I've been doing some thinking about a video I made. I believe it's called Fire, where I discuss my general apathy and the way that I feel about my impact on the world. How it feels like nothing I really do or say would have any meaning or impact. And I thought to myself, well, I could become a politician. Not that I think I'm going to. But that would be the surest way, I suppose, to enact some change, gain some power, do something. I think I would start with trying to stem homelessness somehow. I think I would start with funneling taxpayer money into like charities, like I don't know, Salvation Army or the Good Shepherd. Those are just two that I know off the top of my head. Like places where people can sleep at night. Especially because it's so goddamn cold in this country. Then I would move up to maybe getting some housing going. Now, there are already subsidized housing programs, kind of. Like there's low income housing, but there's a stigma that comes with low income housing. People tend to believe that that branch of society brings crime with it and degeneracy. And that's not really fair. Even if it is in some cases true, crime is always the result of the system. Just the way it works. If you're hungry, you need to steal some bread. But why are you hungry? Because you lost your job. Why did you lose your job? Your employer found someone who would do it for cheaper. You would be hard-pressed to find crime that does not somehow originate in the evil of capitalism. And so, low-income houses and low-income families are integrally linked to crime. It's an unfortunate cycle. A lot of the housing on Jane and Finch is low-income housing. I would like to, instead of building houses that have low-income incentives attached, I would like there to be a sort of tax, like a diversion of the taxpayer money into a portion of houses. I don't know. Like it's hard to say in one sentence, but I'll explain the idea. Let's say you wanted to buy a house and it cost $50,000. Not a house, like a condo. The government would just cover 10,000 of that for you. 20%. For free. And we can do it. We have the fucking money. Don't tell me we don't. When Justin isn't making a fool of himself on the internet, he's swimming in his bathtubs full of coins. I know. It's like, same thing with medical, how we cover that. I'd like to cover some housing costs. Make it a little bit of a lower barrier for entry. Where I would divert the money from, I don't know. Because that's the problem, isn't it? can't just make money appear. It has to come from somewhere. I guess that is the pitfall of recording in the what's it called? In the little crawl space. A lot of water comes through here, a lot of noises. Hopefully we don't get any more of those. I'd probably funnel a lot more into social services. Outreach programs for people that are less fortunate. Welfare, I guess. There's a pitfall, though, in sending money to welfare. It's that people that don't need it will take it. And they are the minority. Like, we can't live in that fear, otherwise nothing gets done. I don't think I explained that concept properly. So there are people that need welfare. Like, they're between jobs. They don't have many qualifications. So, you know, the money's not easy for them. And they need the assistance. But there are also people that don't at all. Like, they have a job or whatever. Or maybe they have an income they're not reporting. And they just take the welfare anyway because they can. And they kind of ruin it for everyone else. Because forever after, we suspect that they are the ones taking the welfare. And the people who are paying the taxes are upset by that. But we can't let that dictate our actions. Because at the end of the day, some people still really do need it. We can't deny them that. What else would I eliminate? Homelessness is target number 1. I don't know how I would do it, because our political system is very complex. There's a lot of history and precedent, and it's very rigid, stuck in its ways. I think I'd try and modify the two-party system in some way that makes the individual feel more represented, because the fucking democracy, air quotes, does not work in its current form. It doesn't make any sense. So when democracy was first created, it was in Greece, in Athens, and it made sense because every single male, well, barring of course the unfortunate prejudices that came with that time, it was like before the Common Era. Like, no women could be in parliament, no children, no slaves, no foreign immigrants. But if you were a man above 18, you were guaranteed a seat on the parliament at some point in your life. And you were directly involved in politics. If an issue came up, you would vote on it. Physically. You, the person. You might have been a farmer, or you might have been the bloody landlord. I don't know. You both get the same amount of power in the parliament. And then it cycles, and the next person comes in. Like a brace of 3,000. Each elective term, I guess, for lack of a better word. And that made sense because Greece only had so many people. That idea doesn't function in Canada. We have too many people. But the replacement that we have, which is you vote for a representative, doesn't work either. Because I don't fucking agree with either of my representatives. I don't agree with either party. Like, if I were there, if I were on the floor, I would be pushing for measures against homelessness. You know? I think that's what's most important right now. That we help our less fortunate. I think how I would fix that would be you could have like we would vote on issues, not on representatives. So you have your representative, whatever, but he's just a bureaucrat. He's there to funnel your response to the higher echelon. where, let's say, Ford wants to cut school funding. You would get like a notification on your phone. Do you agree with this? Yes or no? And you would take a vote. Everyone would get the same notification. And then it would tally up those votes, and we'd have a majority, and that would be passed. So you would get to directly participate in politics. The problem is, people that are uninformed, and the people that are just looking to have fun at the expense of other people, would definitely throw a wrench in that problem, or a wrench in that plan. But I still think it would be way better than the fucking... The current political system frustrates me so much. That's what I would do. That's how I would try and build utopia, I think. Any ideas? Leave a comment. It feels weird to ask people for comments, because whenever people do that in the videos I watch, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. It's always very obnoxious. But I would really like to have your feedback, communicate with you. In any case, goodbye for now.